Hi, Mom. Number one.
Hello everybody, here we are in Hollywood. We're sitting in the living room of the famous Janice Kahn. Hello. To the Queen. No, the Queen
Say hi, Mom. Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Go zoom in on him, please.
Zoom in on the guy with the red shirt.
Over there. I don't even know if
It's going blind in one eye.
It's me!
Oh, don't be silly.
The bar mitzvah was going to...
Tough bean.
once you fruit, it's plenty fruit.
I know, we got lots of meat too.
Wait for one.
I'm the waiter. Hi.
You picked that up, Alan? One of them.
I'm about to head residence for a bar mitzvah party. I wouldn't mind being at Heather's party, but I'm here instead. I'm trying to have a good time anyway. Just wait till you see yourself. It's Pasha all alright. Oh no.
Again, come on, more. There's a more passionate to this. Another one, come on.
That's after saying that. That's the first time in how long, John?
Make all the mini I'll drink to that.
What are you doing? To read shut the
I don't know what you think, man.
They'll be right back in the TV tonight.
You can play it. Yeah, once it's finished.
Where is Stephen? He's not in the audience.
You're drunk. You're drunk.
Too many good fish.
Hi, Mom. How can they show it on video? Show it on audio, but not video.
It picks up sound every
Yeah,
time
but
you meet.
Mom, video isn't sound.
Boris, would you shut that door? You're letting in all the hot air. Thank you. Thank
on tape. Hi, Michelle. See you, Mike. Come here, Mike. Shake my hand. Shake. Oh, shake.
Auntie Lily.
I'm out here. Bye.
They're gonna wait for Janice anyway.
Over here, over here.
Once more, that's it.
When I walk. When I walk out the table, good night. Nice seeing you. Have a nice day too.
That would be so funny to show you.
Did you take Steven? Yeah, you didn't forget me. Marsha's here. Look at Steven.
Person she didn't even know.
Hello.
I think you heard that, Steven. Dave, don't fucking go.
Some chance.
Not sure.
Hello.
That's very exciting.
Bye, Michelle. Bye, What's your whole name, Samantha? Nothing tomorrow again. Samantha what? I will. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I'm going to give it out to the store. That's playing for the camera. I'm sorry it's not
Hey, what are those things? Mine and yours?
No! You mean yours and mine, darling.
Stephanie, if you got your fit, Alan, you get her that. Come on, Stephanie. Come on, get over here. Smile. I'll stay. Who cares? What do you want me to do? Come on over here then. Come on. You said Auntie Stephanie. That's right. movie?
You're supposed to move, yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, you're supposed to move. Come on, dance it out. Let's see that. Jump. Yes. That's... Too tired? What's wrong with me? No, you dance.
Dance with Samantha for the camera. Alan, they're going to dance. Take them. Alan.
Face the camera.
Don't you? She don't take.
That's it. Give a big smile.
Oh, now take. Come on, dance properly. Where's Samantha? Who are you dressed as, Samantha? Dance nice.
Come here.
Oh, Stephen, don't be silly.
Hey!
Don't, Stephen. She's sick already. Don't do that.
She was sick of them, isn't it?
Oh, she's busy now. Stephen. Hey!
See the green light. Green light. I hope you've enjoyed this show. And we are prepared to finish by saying goodbye and fading into the evening. Good night.
Nee, een grap mag ik niet maken.
What is it? Taping? It's not taking, is it? It's
Don't do that. If you do that, the focus goes.
I'm trying to get back in again.
One of the bottom is a zoom. You tilt it from side to side, it zooms in and out. Just the two buttons.
Sydney, right now? Yeah. Sydney, Steve's going to do his speech. Mommy, you go to your dad, Mom, so I can repeat it. Mom, Stephanie, could you shush a little bit? I want to get his speech on.
Stop it just for a second, sir. Stop it. Hold it. Just turn it off. Hold it.
Do you mind, Steve?
Do you have to do that?
You're taping, Stephen.
I'm taping, you know.
Right, go ahead. Come on.
Mom, Dad, Samantha, relatives, and friends. Many people had warned me the most difficult part of my bar mitzvah is the speech afterwards. And you know, now the time has come, they are right. After all, this is the first time I've ever had to make a speech. Well, second, I've already made this, but it's not my fault. Where do I begin? Of course, I turned to others for help, but by the time they had finished arguing and cutting bits out of my speech, all that was left were two words. There's so much I want to say, so many people I need to express gratitude to. I just don't know where to begin, but begin I must. To you, Morris, many thanks for those generous compliments, and I didn't realize I was such a great guy. Perhaps that's the person you would all like me to be. Mom and Dad, I know I can be ungrateful, selfish, aggravating.
Come on, finish
But it's
it.
talent I'm born with. In short, 100% pain in the you-know-what. That's what makes me so adorable.
Stephen. No.
Today, in front of our family and friends, I want you to know that I really appreciate all you've done for me. I want to say a great big thank you and tell you that I love you both very much. I can't promise to change overnight, but I want you to know I will do my best to make you proud of me in the future. Samantha. What can I say about Samantha that she hasn't said already? A constant source of encouragement, urging me to practice for today. In fact, a real nag. To the producers of Sesame Street, a big thank you for distracting Samantha and giving me the piece to get on with it. When I woke up this morning, I was really nervous. When I sat in the shul and looked around and saw you all, I knew I couldn't let you down. I just hope I didn't. And Dad, now that I'm bar mitzvah, can I have the raise that you've been promising in my now so you can
That wasn't in your speech this morning.
Just cut out.
must make a special mention of my grandfather and grandmother Allison and Ms. Zadie and Booby Cannon. It really is great to have you with us to share this special day. And now I must thank everyone for the best part of it all, the wonderful presents. You know, when you really think about it, all that needs to be said after all is just 2 words. Thank you. It's all written. Will you cut? It's all lies. It's all lies.
David, don't do that. Look up, he's not going to cut if it's causes him his life.
What's his name? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
welcome to Pizzazz. It's Monday and we've got a fabulous, fun-filled, and fascinating show.
We'll find out why thousands of people are spending their spare time all alone in a damp, dark box the size of a telephone booth.
Our Love Life panel will have tips on the best way to end a relationship.
One of the great sex therapists, Dr. Ruth Westheimer, will be here with advice on how to achieve complete satisfaction in the bedroom.
And we'll visit a nightclub where a computer plays Cupid while the patrons flirt with each other on the crowded dance floor.
We'll hear an unusual story about assembly line robots who were having trouble with their eyes.
And we'll meet a dog named Blue. He's already learned to go windsurfing, and now he's learning to fly a plane. But right now, it's time for Celebrity Question. The sultry sirens of daytime TV drama seem so natural in their roles that we often forget many of them have spent long, hard years studying classical drama. Pizzazz asked one of the hottest stars of daytime television if all her formal training helps her today in her role as Erica Kane on All My Children, Miss Susan Lucci.
I studied with people from the Yale School of Drama, and they were very intellectual, and they were trying to bring out the best in me, and I know that, and they were wonderful, and I'm very fortunate to have studied with them. But I think sometimes that I took maybe their criticisms so seriously that I wanted to weed out all the spontaneity and the talking off the top of my head that is partly me, too, and the enthusiasm, because I'm a very emotional person. My children always kid me. They say, "Oh, Mommy, you love everything," because I'm like this. And that I've been able to bring to Erica, and I found out that that's maybe something that I didn't have to throw away out of my personality, that that's okay to be like that.
We all admire the man who becomes a big success. He makes millions of dollars, he's adored by fans all over the world, and he's recognized as the best in his field. Pizzazz wanted to know what success means to someone who seems to have it all. We asked Canada's #1 hockey star, after all the things he's accomplished in his young career, what success means to him, the great Wayne Gretzky.
Well, success means that, we are very grateful to be fortunate people and the chance to play on a great hockey team, and it's like a storybook ending. It's perfect. We won the Stanley Cup, and that's it. You can't be any happier, and that's the first real success I've had in my life, and it's an incredible feeling.
For an actor, the greatest challenge is to be believable in a role that is very different from her own personality. Pizzazz asked one well-known actress to tell us how she overcame the challenge of her role as Dr. Claire Morton, the frigid doctor in the long-running TV series Peyton Place. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marriott Hartley.
Every day I would come in and say, "Okay, here I am." They'd say, "Now don't forget you're frigid." And I say, "I know, but how can I play more frigid?" I was not smiling. I was crossing my legs. I was doing everything I could to appear frigid. And every day it was like the Japanese water torture. Don't forget, she's frigid. And I was serious, because I had three different directors. It was when it was on the air, 3 different times during the week. Okay, I never worked for Paul Monash after that, ever. And I finally, through the grapevine, tried to find out because I thought I'd done the part very well. And apparently he never hired me again because he thought I was frigid.
Life can get frazzling whether you're a housewife or a business executive. When the going gets tough, you need an escape, a chance to pull it all together. Most getaways that will do you any good take at least a week and will run you up to $1,000. But if you don't have the time or the money, Pizzazz has discovered a unique getaway, and it only takes an hour to float your troubles away. Thousands believe spending time in this coffin-like contraption is the ultimate in relaxation. It's called tanking. The idea is to feel, hear, and see nothing in order to rid yourself of stress. Inside, you float weightlessly in a warm solution of water and Epsom salts. Larry Pelosa works under a lot of stress as a creative director for an ad company. It's a Friday afternoon, and after working 2 killer-paced weeks, Larry is under the gun to write a commercial by Monday. He desperately needs a rest, but he hasn't the time. He remembers a friend once suggested tanking as a quick way to recharge his batteries.
A friend of mine had tried it, and said the results were great, so I thought, well, might as well try it once. I'm one of those people, I'll try anything once.
Larry's got about 2 hours to spare and has decided to give tanking a try, but spending time in a dark space was never his idea of a good time. Within 35 minutes, Larry's in the waiting room at Tranquility Tanks. It's peaceful and he's feeling relaxed already. After reading the tanking instructions, he's got a few questions, and as if she'd read his thoughts, the owner, Elizabeth Randall, appears.
Okay, Larry. Any questions?
Yeah.
He wonders if he might drown, and Elizabeth answers that the saltwater solution is so buoyant he'll bob on top like a rubber duck. Making his way to the tanking room, his mind starts playing tricks on him. Maybe he should try this another time. After all, he is a busy guy. But he's here now.
Ooh.
Larry's not throwing in the towel yet. He's determined to go through with it, and he's made up his mind to relax. After a quick shower, it's time to prepare himself for floating. First, Larry protects his ears with cotton balls. Then, he covers his cuts with a waterproof coating to prevent the salt from stinging. Okay, he's ready to take the plunge. This is it.
Wow. What happened? Here goes. Oh, wow. Bye. I thought that the whole time I was in there, I was going to be dealing with feeling claustrophobic. Then after that, I totally forgot about it, and I started feeling very relaxed. I sort of felt like there was a whole period there where I don't know what happened. And I don't know if I was dreaming or if I was sleeping or what.
An hour has passed and Larry is ready to climb out of the tank. As he pushes open the hatch, his limbs feel waterclogged and heavy, but tanking seems to have worked. Larry has the confused look of someone who just woke up from a deep sleep. He's relaxed. Larry may feel like returning to the tank, but the real world is waiting, so it's back to business and that Monday deadline. 2.5 hours later, things at the office are as hectic as ever, but now Larry's discovered a new way to find calm at the center of the storm.
I'm sorry, there's no way you'd catch me climbing into a box like that. No way.
Well, actually, I've tried it, and it's amazing what you think about floating around in there. We'll be right back with America's best-loved sex expert, Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
And we'll visit a night spot with Pizzazz reporter Pat Whittingham and find out how electronic mush notes can help you catch the eye of that cute guy across the room.
Look into electronics at DeVry, and you can see a whole new world of career opportunities. Maybe you'll join DeVry graduates in the space program, in hospitals and laboratories, recording studios and TV stations, in high-tech computers, robotics, satellite communications, and much more. A DeVry electronics diploma opens up a future few fields can match, a world of opportunity when you call DeVry. Call 487-3691 for your free booklet on electronics programs. 487-3691. No dishwashing detergent, not even the leading national brand, cleans a glass better than Electrosol. No dishwashing detergent, not even the leading national brand, cleans a plate better than Electrosol. And even with those great cleaning credentials, Electrosol costs less than the leading national brand. When it comes to big-name dishwasher detergents, none clean better, none cost less than Electrosol.
The new Lotus Esprit Turbo versus the new Bacon Double Cheeseburger Deluxe from Burger King. The Deluxe is powered by 2 hefty flame-broiled burgers and processed cheese. The Turbo isn't. The Deluxe is richly appointed with crisp lettuce, ripe tomato, and mayonnaise. Not the Turbo. The Deluxe comes equipped with 3 pieces of bacon standard. The Turbo doesn't. And you can take a Deluxe home for $60,000 less. The Bacon Double Cheeseburger Deluxe. Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Oh, hi. I'm your average blouse, and nobody wants to get close when I've got embarrassing underarm wetness. To fight the wetness that can cause odor, try Arid Extra Dry Solid. Arid is not only a deodorant, it's an antiperspirant with one of the most effective anti-wetness ingredients. And now for a limited time, you can get 1/3 more Arid Solid at the regular price. Arid helps keep me dry, so I'm very popular with shirts and ties.
For effective protection against wetness, look for Arid Solid in the special bonus pack.
Now stay tuned for Ask the Experts.
If you want to get anyone's attention, all you have to do is start talking about sex. But for all the words, sex is still one of the least understood topics, and many people never really achieve a truly satisfying sexual experience.
Tonight we have some good advice for women who are less than satisfied in the bedroom. We're pleased to have the famous sexologist and author of the book, Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Dr. Ruth, a long time ago, people were afraid to talk openly about sex, but today you can walk into any bookstore and find at least a dozen books on the subject.
You see, that's the one thing that I think is fantastic in terms of the books in general, or my book, Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex, that we can talk and we can teach in print and we can talk about these things these days, which after all before was not talked about.
But Dr. Ruth, despite all this information that's available to us, many people are still having problems. And we know that many women are concerned about the problem of having an orgasm.
Since we have scientifically validated data about women's capability of being orgasmic, we also know from statistics and from research studies from Masters and Johnson, Helen Singer Kaplan, Kinsey and others, that there are many women in our society, sexually active women, who are not orgasmic, which means who don't have sexual satisfaction.
Why is it that some women have no difficulty in this area while other women seem to have a big problem?
Part of it is sexual illiteracy. It's ignorance. Because very often we have women who fake it. And who then fake it for a couple of years, and then it's very difficult to tell their husbands, you know, I'm sorry, but I faked it for the last 12 and a half years. I really don't get any pleasure. Part of it is ignorance on both their parts.
But I think a lot of women who fake it really want to have that pleasure in a sexual relationship, but they don't know what to do about it.
I would say the first step is to recognize the problem of saying I don't have an orgasm. The second step is to go out and get some literature and find out how to help themselves first. She first has to give herself permission to have that pleasure of an orgasm. And then, if that doesn't work, then to go to a sex therapist, to a good sex therapist who will teach the two of them, who will teach her how to have an orgasm and who will teach him how to give her an orgasm.
Thanks, Dr. Ruth. Tomorrow, Dr. Westheimer will be back with some advice for men who have difficulty with sex.
When you hear someone say, for every man there's a woman, or for every woman there's a guy, do you feel somehow that you missed the boat? Well, you're not alone. One of the most common complaints these days from members of both sexes living in a big city is how hard it is to meet new people. Well, our reporter, Pat Whittingham, has discovered a new technique that really seems to work.
You know those great old movies where two strangers lock eyes across a crowded room? The music swells and you just know it's love. Well, real life isn't much like that, is it? In fact, how many times have you come home after seeing an interesting face in the crowd, just kicking yourself because you couldn't work up the nerve to smile, let alone lock eyes? Well, take heart. We've got help for you. Part of the fun of falling in love has always been the thrill of the hunt. And today, one of the favorite hunting grounds for a lot of singles is in bars and discos. Romance can blossom on a bar stool, but if you're a little shy, you may find the only ice you break is in your glass. Jeff Adelet figured since we live in the computer age, why not put modern technology to the mating test? He invented a computer game called Selectrocution. It's a no-risk way for singles to meet, and some of the players not only make points, if they're lucky, they score.
Some of these folks will actually meet and perish the thought, go home together.
It all starts at the door, where you get pinned with your initials and receive your Selectrocution card. The initials everybody's wearing are the key to the game. If you see a set, of initials that is, which belong to someone you'd like to meet, just fill out a message card, step over to the computer, and faster than you can say microchip, your message will be up in lights.
Get higher, baby. Get higher, girl. Get higher, baby.
Whether or not the recipient chooses to reply is his or her decision. But that's the great thing about Selectrocution. The computer makes your first move, and if the answer's no, you don't have to be there to hear it. Jeff says the game's a big hit with the ladies. It gives them a chance to be the pursuers instead of the pursued.
You find that they can use that message board to approach guys that they wouldn't think about walking right up to them.
But Jeff told me he's the biggest Selectrocution fan of all. That's how he met his wife, and he's not the only one.
We had one club, Pat, that featured the game every Thursday night for 5 years. And at that club, the marriages, we had 20 couples that held their wedding receptions at the club. Now, that's just the ones that actually decided to get married and have their reception where they met.
What kinds of messages are bringing people together? Jeff says anything goes, almost.
We tread a thin line between propriety and profanity.
I've been asked if I had fluff in my navel.
This guy took the practical approach.
My car battery had died, so I told her we could probably generate enough power to boost it.
And did you?
No. But we got the car started.
Just so you don't miss any messages coming your way, copies are available at the end of the evening. Oh, if you didn't get any, you've been selectrocuted. But that's your little secret. Only you and the computer know for sure. Still, like any other game, Selectrocution has winners, too. Everyone votes on which initials they think belong to the cutest guy and girl. It's fed into the computer, and the results are announced at the end of the night. But you know, when we were there, nobody seemed to care about winning or losing. They were just having fun playing the game. Well, some of the people here are going home with somebody new tonight. But as for me, I'm going home the same way as I came. But then I had a date. With Pizzazz, I'm Pat Whittingham.
To work. We'll be right back with How's Your Love Life?
And we'll take to the skies with a high-flying dog named Blue.
Living at the fast. Good time, fun. You love that Campbell Sip. Sip up some Campbell soup. Sip up some Campbell soup.
Today, kids aren't always home for lunch, but they still need a fast, nutritious meal. Campbell's vegetable beef fits right in with chunks of beef and lots of vegetables. It's an excellent source of vitamin A.
Sip up some Campbell soup and get that Campbell Sip. Winterio, more ways to win than any lottery you know.
More ways to win. What a blast for a buck.
Winterio.
What a blast for a buck.
Get grand prizes, win more prizes, scramble prizes, and mystery cars or cash.
What a blast for a buck, eh?
Winterio, more ways to win than any lottery you know. More blast for a buck.
Puppies will
will eat anything, but anything isn't what they need. Your puppy needs the extra nutrition he can get from a special food like Purina Puppy Chow. Only Puppy Chow has a special milk product coating and ounce for ounce more protein than the leading big dog foods, plus extra vitamins and minerals to help little puppies grow into big puppies. Puppy Chow for a full year till he's full grown.
Now a new beef flavor, too.
This Halloween, something monstrous is coming your way.
Dad, the money monster's here.
You can win up to $10,000 instantly in Roundtree's Money Monster Contest. There's a match and win card in every Halloween pack of Coffee Crisp, Smarties, Aero, Kit Kat, and Mirage. Just scratch and then find a match. Roundtree's Money Monster. Pure madness, if you know what I mean.
And now it's time for How's Your Love Life?
Several years ago, you may have seen a movie that immortalized the line, "Love means never having to say you're sorry." But if you care about someone, why shouldn't you say you're sorry?
And when you're in love, you sometimes want to say you're sorry, even if you're not sure what you did wrong. When you're not sure what to do in a romantic situation, you can always turn to our Love Life panel. Tonight, a Pizzazz t-shirt is on its way to the gentleman who wrote to us with the following problem.
Dear Pizzazz, I've been going out with this girl for about 5 months, and lately I've come to realize that she's not the one for me. She's a very nice person, but just not the one I want to go through life with. The problem is, she is in love with me, and she thinks everything's fine. I guess I've been hiding the truth from her because I think it would destroy her. How do I tell her it's over? Signed, Change of Heart.
I'm so glad you're not asking me, Change of Heart, because I'm not sure what you should do. But fortunately, our wise panel knows more than I do, and they'll have some good advice. So, panel, how does Change of Heart explain his change of heart?
I think he should just say, sorry, I have to wash my hair tonight, and every night after that.
I think he could perhaps soften it a little with a little lie. He could say that someone's come back into his life that he was very fond of, and he would have to reluctantly say goodbye to the first one.
In 5 months, you can't pick a woman out and see what she's like in 5 months. I don't think so myself.
I think he should just sing her a nice song, something like Breaking Up Is Hard to Do.
I think he should forget the gently. Just go, hey, I hate your guts, get out of my face.
Well, he doesn't want to ruin his life, so he might as well just come clean and just say, I'm sorry, but I don't love you anymore, and you better beat it.
Well, Change of Heart, your problem is a tough one. Even our panel is confused. But they all agree on one thing. Whether you lie or you tell the truth, you've got to get out fast.
If any of the rest of you are having trouble knowing where the pieces fit in your romance, why not write to us at Pizzazz, Box 6666, Don Mills, Ontario, M3C 2T9. That's Pizzazz, Box 6666, Don Mills, Ontario, M3C 2T9.
Our panel's standing by 24 hours a day, and we'd like to keep them busy. Remember, no problem is too small for us to consider, so no matter what your hassle is, let our unique experts take a crack at solving it.
With so much leisure time on our hands these days, we're all looking for interesting ways to amuse ourselves. And people are forever experimenting with the latest